My name's Marie and this is my yarn journey. Apologies if you can't see me. I hope you can hear me over the dog's noises. He wanted to come up for a cuddle but he's not lying down. Or you not. Anyway, today is an impromptu video. I've been thinking for the last few weeks that I need to sort through my WIPs because I have got a lot of WIPs and I need to look what needs doing, what needs finishing, and where I'm up to on all these projects. And also it's a good reminder of what I've got on the needles. So I've got a massive pile of WIPs at the side of me here, and it is big. And I'm just going to go through them one by one. I've got my Ravelry queue here. Hopefully, by going through them all, it'll remind me of where I'm up to and it will give me the inspiration to work on a few, and it'll also help me decide which ones I want to work on next as a priority. And you'll also get a sneak peek at a finished object which hasn't been in my podcast yet, so that's nice, isn't it? I've also I've got my iPad here which I will be referring to for each of the projects, so I can give you any of the relevant information like when I've cast them on, that sort of thing. And then I've got here, and I'll just show you this before I start because it might be of interest to some of you, and I'll just show you. If I hold it carefully I can show you. That's my it's got 3 layers, as you can see, and I've got all my progress keepers and some needle stoppers in this, and I find it really helpful to have this and have them all organised. This is a jewellery organiser that I found on Amazon. I was just looking for something that would make it much easier for me to be able to get them out, and the reason I've got it out here on the ready on the windowsill is because what I want to do when I get the projects out and show you and look at them, I want to, if I feel it's necessary, put a progress keeper in, and then when I do show them again on the podcast I'll easily be able to show you the progress I've made since this video. So that's the idea anyway. Just carefully put it back on there. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up my first one and then I'll hopefully be able to find the information on here. So the first one, this is in a beautiful little sock project bag, which is by Tea Cakes and Makes, which is a Etsy shop. Absolutely love this, and I know what's in here because it's quite a recent project. And this was the or is the Fallow Sock test knit, and these socks are by Thread and Yarn. Hope you can see them. They've got a lovely daisy head, or not daisy head, dandelion head or seed pattern on them. They're called the Fallow Socks. These are actually knit in her Corriedale sock yarn, which has been naturally dyed, and it's a lovely dusky peach colour. Now I've done the whole of the leg and all the pattern work on this. All I need to get done on these now is my heel, flap and gusset, and then my foot and toe, which shouldn't really take me too long. And I cast these on the 18th of May. So it is a more recent project. I just haven't worked on them for a while. I'll put all the ones I've done down here, so you might end up seeing a massive pile building up here, but I don't know where else to put them without going in and out of shot all the time. Anything else to say about them? Obviously you could see that I'm doing them 2 at a time, and I'm using a 2.5mm needle because I'm a tighter knitter. Okay, next project, and this is a Craft House Magic project bag which I got using a gift voucher. Well, part of it was paid for by a gift voucher I had. Lovely colours, and it's very well made, this bag. It's lovely, it's padded, so it's nice. And let me see if I can find this, because I know what's in here. And you might recognise it if you've been watching my podcast for a while. And this is the Daft Days cardigan. Now I cast this on the 1st of January, so it's been on my needles for quite a while, but I have made good progress on this. And I will show you now. This is using my advent calendar from For the Love of Yarn. And as you can see, I have done the whole back and the front and joined them. All I need to do now on this project, I'll show you the beautiful colours from my advent. These are all advent minis. It looks absolutely stunning, and I'm sure that this will be beautiful to wear. I don't think I even tried it on, I can't remember. So I've just got the sleeves to do, and I've got my button band to do on this cardigan. And you know what, it's lovely and thick. The main yarn is Peruvian Filcolana. I can never say that, but you know which yarn I mean, and I'll put a link to it in the description. But yeah, it's lovely to knit up this pattern, and it's a lot easier than you think it's going to be. Oh, I've just dropped my yarn on the floor. Oh, it's only a small tail. So that's my Daft Days cardigan. Now I think with this, what's thrown me off, and it's real silly things put me off continuing on project, is thinking about the stripes in the sleeves, which colour to start on, because I just need basically to look in the pattern, work out how many stripes will be in the sleeves for my size, and I'm sure it does tell you. Then work out whichever colour that is on here and work backwards, as it were, on the sleeves, because I want the sleeves to end at the cuff on the same colour that I've ended on here on the body. And then obviously when I have finished that, I will have all the leftovers. I should have enough to put a stripe in my Pearl Soho Incredibles blanket, so that would be really good to be able to do that as well. That's quite a warm cardigan though, so it's more of a transitional piece, and I'm thinking of that one, the way I'll wear it is more often than not it'll just be buttoned up, and I'll be wearing it with jeans or trousers as more of a sweater than a cardigan. But obviously I could wear it over dresses if I wanted to. Okay, what's next in the pile? Okay, this is another more recent project, and I don't think I've got a project page on all of this. No, I've not. Okay, this is the Sabai top #1, and this is a recent cast on. Maybe I have got it on here. No, I've not. And this one I frogged another top to make this. Now this knits up very fast, and I did this top section quite quickly. What I did with this project is because I knew from making my other Sabai top that the armhole depth was way too deep for me, I decided that I would cut out half the straight rows before doing the armhole shaping, so that I could still do all the armhole shaping, and I'd be taking out rows at the top instead. Now looking at it, I'm not really sure, and I have tried it on and I'm still not sure, but it probably will stretch out. But now I've got the opposite problem in that I'm worried that the armhole's not going to be deep enough. Who knows? This top seems to have been difficult. I really thought that doing this a second time it will be spot on, but I've used a different fibre content, and I think that's really affecting the way that it's knitting up. The last time I knit it in Egyptian cotton, which was lovely and drapey. Now this fabric seems a lot more dense, so I don't, it's got a stretch in it but dense, and I don't know if it's going to be quite as drapey, and then if that's going to affect, you know, how it fits. But I tried it on. At the front it's perfect, but the front and back didn't appear to be lining up, which I don't know. Anyways, I'm decided, because with this top, I'm not sure that I like this yarn either. It's a BC yarn, and it's the one that's 50%. It's about a 50-50 with wool and cotton. But I don't know, there's something. Anyways, I know that it won't take me long to get this finished, join it in the round and finish it, but I don't, number one, I don't think I'm going to buy this yarn again. I'm not really that keen on it. That's just personal preference, and I don't know if I will knit this top again, to be honest. It's not quite what I want, so if you've got any suggestions for any other boat neck tops that are like this, then I'd appreciate that. I've done my, I know my Tulsa's not a boat neck, but it's a similar style of top. I'm just not finding the perfect at the moment sleeveless top. My Tulsa tank I love, and I will definitely knit again. But I think what I've decided with my Tulsa, when I knit it again, I'm probably going to do the ribbing a bit wider, because I think that's an easy way to fix the fact that it doesn't cover my bra throughout the day. When I first put it on, it does cover my bra, and it is a lovely fit overall on my body, but I would just prefer if it was just over here slightly more, just so that the straps were slightly wider and it would cover my bra strap then throughout the whole day, which I would, yeah, that's what I would prefer. But anyway, that's going off on a tangent. So this is WIP number 3, and that's my Sabai top number 1. I think that's the only one that doesn't have a Ravelry page. I think all the others do. So, oh no, I have got a Ravelry page for it. I'm lying, it's there. Yeah, it's BC Garn Bio Balance in the colour Rust. And yeah, it might, you know, it might turn out that this turns out good once I've washed and blocked it and it's all finished, but I'm not convinced at this point, and that's what's putting me off working on it really. Okay, so let's have a look what's next. What should we go for? Sorry, I think I'm going to sneeze. Okay, so WIP number 4, and you are going to get a sneak peek now at a finished object. So I am just going to bring it in. How nice has that turned out? And this, if you don't know, is the Scrraw Bucket, and I absolutely love it. I'm so pleased with how it's turned out. It was relatively easy to knit. If you've knit a mussel borrower, it is kind of a similar construction, whether you're making a long tube and the closed in at both ends, and it goes in on itself, so it's got a liner, and then you do I-cords for the drawstrings. But yeah, really pleased, and it's absolutely great for using up those special skeins that you get that we normally all end up turning into socks. Just gives us another option for something to do with them, yeah, and I'm really pleased with it. I'll definitely make some of these again. Okay, and the project that I've got in here, because I went out for a knit and chat with Mona on Friday, and what I took with me was this project, which is another recent one. So close to being finished with this one. And this is the Nus Light. And for this, I am using my Yarn for the Soul Alice in Wonderland Advent from last year. And I think the colours are looking lovely now. I've gone through, I had 16 colours that I'd decided to use from my advent, so 16 minis. And I originally was going to do a different project, but then I decided to cast on this lovely V-neck. The finishings are I-cord. I've just now, and I'll try and show you up close, there's quite a lot of ends, sorry. So that's how much I've done so far from the armhole and joining. And I did 12 inches on my last top, and that was a really good length. Now I can't reach my tape measure to check this, but I think I'm going to do a similar length. So basically all I've got to do now is, I think I've got to do the rest of the body, the I-cord finishing on the bottom of the body, and then I've got to do a couple of rows for this last stripe on the arm, and then I've just got to do the I-cord finish on the arms and the I-cord around here. And I don't think that that will take me too long to finish. I'm working on it a bit yesterday, has really reinvigorated my love for this project. So hopefully very, very soon this will be a finished object on the podcast. It is one that I do want to, and also it's one that I could wear now, so that would be nice, have another summer top to wear. It's actually not been that warm in the UK, so you know, having a wool top is fine. And that one, just let me check when I cast that on. That's a recent one. I only cast that on the 11th of June. And yeah, it's been a relatively it's been a good knit, apart from the issues I had with the yarn overs, but that's just a me thing, because for some reason I do seem to struggle with yarn overs. Oh. Okay, so I'm just going to have a look now and see which I can grab next. Okay, let's have a look in this bag. And the next project is in a lovely bag from Willow Bay. I've got several of her bags because they're absolutely lovely. So now let's have a look. Oh, it's this top in here. Just let me find it on here. Now this is a very old WIP. This is probably coming up for 12 months now. Yeah, July the 24th last year I cast this on. And this is an absolutely lovely, lovely pattern. The Underlace top by Lily Kate Francis, and this yarn is beautifully soft. It is a 50-50 merino cotton from Fibre for the People, and I love the colour. I can't wait to have this finished garment. I really, really do like the way that Lily's patterns do the increases on this construction. She does them with knit front and back, but for some reason, I just really like the way it looks along the armhole edge with that. It looks very, very neat. I like the construction of her patterns anyway. They're very good. And yeah, I really do want to get this finished. I mean, I've made quite a bit of progress from under the arm. And the thing was, again, like I say, I'm quite easily deterred from doing a project if there's something that I can't quite get my head round or resolve. So that's why I thought it would be good to talk about all these projects on here. So for this one, I didn't meet gauge. My gauge on this project is 30 stitches, and I'm doing it on a 2.75 millimeter. Now the pattern calls for 24 stitches. Now it was fine because I knew this before I even started the project, and I worked out that I needed to do size 7 for it to come out the size I wanted, and the actual size of the top is looking lovely. The only issue I've got, and if you've seen this pattern you'll know what I'm talking about, is it has a lace which you attach after around the arms, and I think around the neck as well. And unfortunately I didn't think about this at the time. The lace pattern is going to differ somewhat, even though because of my gauge. And I did have an attempt at doing it and it failed miserably, so that's something I do need to revisit. You know what, I've just realised I've been chatting away about these projects and I haven't checked for progress keepers, so I've got one on this one, so I'll just go ahead and move that up now, and then we will all know if I've made progress when I talk about it next time. I stabbed myself. Okay, so yeah, this feels lovely and soft. This is going to be lovely to wear. And if Fibre for the People does that yarn again, I might have to get some more, although it is from America, so shipping's a bit costly. To be fair, and all of the other ones that I've got down there, I don't really... Oh, I could put a progress keeper on this one, so I'll do that now. Actually, so which progress keeper should I use? I have quite a lot that have just got the ring clasp on rather than the clip. Let's try one of these ones. Let's do the cat. So that's 4 projects that we've talked about so far. The only things I'm not really going to discuss in this video is the 2 blankets that I've got on the go, which is my Advertenance, which I've done nothing on still, and my Pearl Soho that I mentioned before. Again, I don't think I've done anything on that since I last showed you. Pearl Soho, I'm expecting that to be an ongoing project, and I'm just going to keep adding bits in until I get to the length that I want. Oh yeah, I need one more, don't I? Yeah, let's do this flower. Just going to pop that there. So this one is a beautiful flower one that I got off Mona. Hope you can see that. I don't know if I'm close enough to the camera really. Wondering how many of you will have as many WIPs as I do. I don't know, I easily think, oh, I want to knit all the things, so I think, oh, I'll just cast that on, I'll just cast this on, and then I'm like, now I've got too many on the go and I'm not finishing anything. Let's have a look what's next. Shall we try and find an older project? This one. So this is in a Care Bears bag, which I got in a set with the Grumpy Bear yarn, which were purples and blues, if you know what Care Bears are. And this is another pretty old project. It's the Very Very Garden by Yucca, which is I think a Japanese designer. And this yarn is Boner Yarn Socks yarn, and it's in colourway Pause. I'll just show you one of these. Now what I decided to do with these, this was cast on July the 14th, so it's even older WIP, and it was a mystery knit along, and it was around the same time that I was knitting the Stephen West socks last year, and I found that I did the first section of these socks, but then I couldn't keep up with doing these ones and keep up with this Stephen West ones, so I just carried on with them. I seem to have a bit of a yarn tangle here, and I never got round to finishing these. Now I do want to finish them because they look beautiful, you know, and I've made a really nice job of and it was these were the first toe up socks I did, and the bottom looks lovely and neat. And what it was each time in this pattern, sorry, the Very Berry Garden, there's lots of different sections to the pattern, and then you choose in those sections which bit you want to do. So I think I've decided so far that I was doing the strawberry section, and I chose this red colour. Sorry, it's all in a tangled mess, but I do want to just show you. It looks lovely and neat. I wonder what size needles I'm on here. I've not put it on my Ravelry. 2.25 for these, so fingers crossed it will still fit me. But look how lovely. I didn't want to frog them. They've got, you probably can't see on camera, but they've got like little strawberry seeds on the toe area. I do have the full pattern now. I just liked that idea of where you could pick which route you went down and all that, but I just didn't get around to doing them. But I will finish these at some point. And that's, so what are we on to now? 1, 2, 3, 4, is that 6? 6 projects? Okay, what next? Let's do this one. Okay, so this is another Willow Bay bag. This is one I got gifted to me, and it's a really big one. This is a big sweater one. I've got all the yarn in, and it's a lovely colour. This is my partner's sweater, and again I've made quite a lot of progress on this, and it is a I'm knitting it in a drops yarn, and it's Drops Alaska, and that is, I don't know what weight this is, probably Aran or something along those lines. It's pretty thick yarn anyway. And this is the single malt that I'm knitting. I am knitting it on 5.5 needles and 4.5 for the did need to do a little bit of modifications because it didn't quite come out the size I was expecting, and it was a little bit snug on the underarm section, so I did have a few extra stitches there. It's quite a popular pattern, this, quite a few people have done it. So this is the colour Toffee. I think this is going to be a lovely, lovely warm winter sweater for him once it's finished. As you can see, I'm part way down the body, and I've also done about 3/4 of the sleeve here. I could do him trying it on again, and then I can decide again how much length I need to add onto there. It does feel quite rustic, that yarn, but my partner, I don't think he's sensitive to wool, and like he said, if he is, he can always wear a t-shirt underneath it, you know, because it will be a nice warm winter sweater. That's the first sweater I've ever knit for my partner. I have knit other stuff, accessories and things, but socks and hats. This one was cast on another old one, that one, because I did cast that on in August last year, so I really do need to get around to finishing that. To be fair, there is other projects I do want to do for him, so you know, it would be nice to get that one off the needles and think about what I can do next, because I am thinking of I saw Laura Penrose doing the Big Love cardigan. I quite fancy that for him, or there is a few other that I've put in my favourites in Ravelry that I've seen that have taken my eye for him. I'm delving deep now into my oh, this is my little sock project. This project bag is from Tree Yarn Craft, and it's so cute. Look at the colours, they're beautiful. I love that fabric, it's really pretty. And this is the Petal Drop Socks by Florence Miller. I've not got these out for absolutely ages. yeah, so this lace pattern is really easy to follow on these. Just hold it up here. It's got a twisted rib, and this lace pattern, yeah, it's super easy to follow, and the pattern's lovely, and I just think these are gonna look so nice once they're done. As you can see, I'm doing them on 9-inch circulars, and yeah, there's not much to do on this sock, and then I need to get the other one done. I think what I was struggling with these socks was the yarn was very splitty. These are the first lace socks I've ever knit, and I'm just so pleased with how they turned out, and can you imagine when they're actually blocked, they're going to look lovely. It's a really nice colour. This yarn, I've not written it on my I've not got the tag for some reason. It's a Regia Premium, and I think it is the bamboo, but because I think that was, I used the yarn that was recommended in the pattern. I'm doing 64 stitches, seems to be plenty of stretch, so I can't remember if I've tried these on, you know, so I might need to try it on and you know, check what the fit's like, because obviously if they're not going to fit me, then I would need to frog them. Looking at these though, you're like, you look at them and you're like, why did I not finish them? Why did I not just carry on and get them done? But I think with these at the time, it was like I couldn't memorise the pattern. Now, whether I could now, because I've had a bit more, you know, practice and more time knitting, I don't know. But yeah, it does actually make me want to get these finished, because they look like they'd be very nice socks to wear. And I've lost count now of where we're up to. So is that number 8 maybe? At a guess. Who's getting shocked by the number of whips? Okay, next we'll do a more recent one, and this is one you probably have seen if you've watched any of my recent podcasts, and it is the Nus Light. And this top just brings me so much joy. Well, looking at the colour as well, I mean, it's just beautiful, isn't it? Very summery. Not that we've got much sun here in Lancashire. Quite rainy and drizzly. But yeah, I'm just at the point on this now where I am about to separate the sleeves. So then there'll be knitting a small section of stockinette, and then I am going to be doing the pattern section again. Hopefully second time round it will be a lot easier, because I'll know what to expect. I can't wait for this one to be finished, because I think it's just going to be lovely to wear. Really nice pop of colour, and quite bright for me really. I've not worked on this for about a week or so, but actually I'll put a progress keeper in. It's only because I think I was at the point where I needed to separate for the sleeves, and that needed me to look at the pattern and a bit of brain power, and I wasn't in that frame of mind. So I'll just put a progress keeper on this one. Hopefully this will be another one that you'll see progress on very soon. Not sure if it'll be this week though. Maybe you can all help me choose what to work on next. What projects you want to see me finish. I mean, which one so far is going to be closest to being done and to help with my ins and outs. Oh, and this project bag, this is one I got from the Woolly Good Gathering, but I can't for the life of me remember who this was by. So I think that was number 9. Okay, and we've got another one here. I can't remember what's in here. Oh, I've just spotted what it is. I've totally forgot about this project, you know. And this would finish so quickly. Do we know what this is? All crinkled up from being folded. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at the colour of that yarn. Just getting that out makes me think, oh, I just need to get this finished. Not something I could wear right now. But just look at that. It's on pretty big needles as well. That project, and I can show you the yarn actually, because I've got a thing here, and this is the apple door. I've got the apple door double knit, and it's John Arbon, and it's this is the apple door DK in the colour Quench, and it's beautiful. And then I've also got it in the lace as well. Now this lace actually will probably be a good one to add to another project. You know, if you didn't want to use a fluff of any sort, you could use this instead. And it is 40% Devon clothes wool, 40% Romney, and 20% Exmoor blue face. Just let me check the DK if that's got the same. Yeah, the same in the DK as well. That was another one that I saw. Laura Penrose had knit a jumper up in this, a sweater up in this colour, and I loved that, and so I decided I would do one myself. I think this one, I don't know with this one, I think that's what's kind of put me off, is it's the most rustic yarn I've ever used, and I don't know what this is going to be like on me when against skin. Now I know I could wear a top under it, and probably I would do if it was itchy or scratchy, but I think again that's the reason why I've not picked up for the sleeves or for the collar, and it just basically is because I'm like a little bit unsure, which is silly really, because the sooner I get it finished, locked, and then I could actually try it on, although I probably couldn't wear it right now, but won't that be nice to have sat there waiting for me when it comes to autumn, you know. And that was my first very textured project. It was quite a good one to start with, and I'll tell you who the pattern's by, because I don't think I've mentioned that, have I? It's the Salty Days sweater, and that is by Veronika Lindberg. Her patterns I've done, is this my second or my third, something like that. Her patterns are very, very beginner friendly, even though this is a textured sweater. It wasn't hard to follow. There was a few sections where I struggled and whatnot, but that was just down to me, nothing to do with the pattern. The pattern's really easy to follow. And what I mean is, I think it's a good beginner friendly textured garment, and I like the fit on her garments as well, although I say I like the fit, I've often done a size down from what she recommends, and they've been absolutely perfect on me, so I've really enjoyed that. And this bag, if you're wondering, is from a lovely lady in Ambleside in the Lake District, and they have a cafe which they run, and she makes these bags and sells them in the shop. Okay, that is number 10, I think, maybe. Oh, the cast on date. This is 2nd of March this year, so not as long ago as I thought actually. Now let's see if let's do this one next. Just reach behind the chair. Okay, so let's find it on the list before I show it you. Okay, now this, and it's bunched up at the minute on needles, so I hope I can show it you. And I've got the cones back here behind where I sit to knit. Just pulling the yarn through if I can. I should have got them out really, shouldn't I? This is the Pul Sweater. And I was inspired to knit this by a podcaster that I watch, Eliza Knitting Stories. Unfortunately, she's not released any videos in a long time, and I hope she's okay, because I did used to really like watching her videos. They were very good. As you can see here, I am just working on the neckline. This is a lovely pattern. Oh, massive oversized cozy sweater. As you can see, it has these lovely deep cuffs and deep ribbing on the body, and it looks beautiful when knit up, just rather time consuming to do all that ribbing. It took me ages to get the sleeve finished, but I'm so close with this project to getting it done, and like this will be another one that will be fabulous to have finished, you know, before autumn. I have done a little bit of progress this week on this one. Also, I have this down the side of my seat. It's not a project that I can take out and about because it's too big, and it just takes up quite a bit of room at the side there, because you can see there's a lot of fabric, and I'd love to just get it finished as well. Then I can put the cones away and that can be a bit of tidier. So yeah, just got a few more rows to do on the neckline, and then I just need to do this sleeve, and I can block this and have it ready. The one thing I would say about this, I've knit this with the Woolly Knit Merino 4-ply, which I am holding double in the colour Plater, and I don't think I will buy this yarn again. It's not the softest merino either that I've ever used, and I do like a softer yarn normally. And the thing was, I absolutely adore the colour of this, and it's quite a mild colour. But I'm going to try and show you something here. There's quite a few what I would call imperfections in this yarn, and it probably won't stop me wearing the sweater, and I think the sweater would still look nice, but it does make it look not as good as it could do. Now I'm going to show you here, there's some sections where I don't know if it's the yarn's not twisted or what, and it's not got any dye in whatsoever. So I hope you can see that. And there is there's not loads, but throughout the sweater there is a few sections that do that, and it's really thick. I think this yarn is gonna really soften up when I block it, to be honest. Yeah, it's that. See, that area there is quite white and thick, and it just looks unspun. It's the only way I can describe unspun and undyed to me. And it's just a shame really that it's got those sections. Now if I'd have known before, I may or may not have cut them out. The thing is, with me having problems when I join the yarn in and the tension, then that puts me off. With what I liked about using the comb was none of the ends, so I knew that it would be a lot more consistent and even, but then I've ended up with those, which is a bit disappointing. I suppose with this one I could have sliced it, but I've never spliced it, but I've never done that before. That might be a technique that I need to start trying to use, but I don't know. Anyone else used this yarn and had this problem before? Otherwise, I think this sweater is going to be absolutely lovely and warm, and a cozy one to put on in the in the winter, I'd say. And there's not much to do, and just think how much yarn would be out of my in my outs for my yarn for this year if I got this finished. Be great, wouldn't it? I mean, me and Mona cast on the Pul Sweater at the same time, and she's had hers done for ages. She's worn it. I mean, I'm sure, when did we cast this on? 13th of December. I'd love to know when she finished hers in comparison. Maybe she can put it down in the comments for me. And I think that's number 11, are we on? Maybe? Okay. Just having a look now. I just need to get up and grab another one. Now this bag is another Willow Bay bag that was gifted to me that I absolutely adore. One of my favourite ones, this one. I need to get this project finished and then I can use this bag again because I love it. It's just a perfect size, and oh, it's this one. Now this must be the softest, and I have actually named this sweater the Cloud because it's absolutely divine. This sweater was inspired by the woolly worker, and she was doing a sweater that had a cream base and then it had a hand-dyed fluff with it that was like a rainbow. And so I thought I would do something similar. And when I went to Yarndale last September, I bought from Mammy and Florrie this absolutely gorgeous Surrey alpaca. And to be fair, this is called Surrey Alpaca Cloud. It is 74% alpaca and 26% silk. 50 grams is 300 meters, and this is beautiful. And I was inspired to try the Surrey alpaca because I did do a sweater with mohair and I found it quite itchy. This is colourway Salmon Skies Over the Sage. Oh yeah, Over the Sage. And I'm holding that with the Drops Alpaca, which was recommended to me by Mona. And also I have seen that Rebecca Clow actually highly recommends this yarn as well. She used it, and you know what, this yarn is beautifully soft as well. So the combination of those two ultra soft yarns together makes a beautiful fabric. And I am knitting it's a bit crinkled up because I've not done this knit on this for a while. This is the Cozy Classic Raglan by Jessie Maed Designs, and I absolutely love how this is turning out. This one is going to be beautifully, it's already so soft, and I can only imagine it'll soften up more on blocking, and it's going to be a gorgeous sweater. I just can't wait for this to be done. And you can you'll be able to guess how long ago I cast this on, because look what I've got as a stitch marker. I'm just going to show you this. Rudolph. So yeah, this was cast on the 9th of December. So again, it's another one that's been on the needles a while. And this one will be a lovely sweater for winter again. It's on, and it will be lovely with jeans, I'm reckoning. When you get all these projects out again, you do think, oh yes, that's nice, oh yes, that's nice. Remind yourself of why you cast them on in the first place. But yeah, inspired by the woolly worker, that one. I think she did a fisherman's rib or brioche sort of pattern on hers that she's done. But I decided to go with that one because I like Jessie Maed's design. Right, we're coming down to the last few now. I think, did I say that was 11 or 12? I really have lost count now. Oh, I think we might be on the last project. And I will check my Ravelry queue to make sure. Okay, and this is a pair of mittens. This is a John Arbon yarn. And I'll tell you in a second what it is. It's the Malt sock. And this is one that was hand dyed. And I saw it on one of Laura Penrose's videos. She went and she did the mill tour at John Arbon, and this colourway, I think she bought some of it, or it was on that video anyway, and I just thought, oh, I love those colours. And this actual pattern is the OLE Mittens by Susanne Muller. The only thing that stopped me carrying on with this is I was just at the point where I was about to do the thumb, and when I read what the pattern said, I didn't really understand it. I was unsure, so I put them down, cast something else on, and I've forgotten about them. Now I've got 2 skeins of this, and I was hoping that I could do the pair of mittens, and I'd also seen a shawl. I think it's called, just let me look. I was hoping that I could do these mittens and then also do the shawl to use as a scarf, and it's called the Rolling Hills shawl by Audrey Morris. And so for these mittens I'm holding it double, but for the actual shawl you just hold, it's just a 4-ply, so I can hold it single. But it depends what I have left when I've finished these. Again though, this is quite a rustic yarn, but I think these are going to be absolutely beautiful mittens once they're finished. The picture is absolutely stunning. But like I say, I was just a bit flummoxed by what I was supposed to be doing to continue the pattern in the but who knows when I'll get on with those. And I think that's all my projects and all I wanted to talk about. So, have you seen all these before? Do you have as many WIPs as me? I'm not sure many people would. Which project would you like to see me finish first? I'm thinking from looking through these that the Pul Sweater is going to be a good one for me to get done. Other than that, I'm not sure what to work on next. I really want to get the Rocket Tea finished as well, so I think they're going to be my focuses for the next week. But after that, maybe I'll do a vote on Instagram. But if you want to vote in the comments for what you'd like me to work on next out of these projects and which one do you want to see me finish, that might inspire me to get working on them and get some off the needle, because I do feel like this is quite a lot, and I would like to get some done. Okay, and I think that's everything for today. I've been through all my WIPs. Hope you enjoyed knitting and watching me go through all my works in progress. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.